Settlement of this case to help Fox avoid a trial and avert a possible spectacle.
CBS News Brief, I'm Steve Kathan.
Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Rutherford County's 22nd annual Earth Day celebration is this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 on the Murfreesboro Square, and MTE is the primary sponsor and organizer of the event. Free hot dogs and popcorn, the electric griddle food truck serving gourmet grilled cheese, lots of hands-on activities. The EV Car Club will be there. They're giving away 500 Eastern Redbud seedlings. So, hey, a lot of free fun for the whole family this Saturday on the Murfreesboro Square, 10 to 2. We are talking about Murfreesboro City Schools today. Tori Carr joins us here in studio, and Lisa Trail is hot on the trail. She'll be... I've waited a long time to do that one. Tori, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. So we've got several things to chat about, and I guess maybe the one that was most recent in terms of happening was the Excellence in Education this weekend.
Yes, our City Schools Foundation Excellence in Education event was Saturday night, and we honored Charlie Patel, and it was such a great event. It was, I got so many compliments on it, and I have to thank the Copper Ridge staff. From their parking attendants to their wait staff, they are fantastic. And Murfreesboro Flower Shop, the decorations were beautiful, and it was a fantastic event and was so much fun. Excellence in Education.
Kind of tell us about why that event takes place and what it's all about.
Yeah, so it is one of two fundraisers that we have for the City Schools Foundation, and this year we have not had an honoree the past couple of years, so this year we brought that honoree back and we honored Charlie Patel, who has gave so much to our community and to our school district and to the City Schools Foundation. And so he was honored, and it's just a fundraiser for the City Schools Foundation to raise money for Murfreesboro City Schools and to give back to the schools in various forms. So
the foundation actually works to teachers, I guess they submit at a certain times of the year for maybe classroom materials or computers, technology, that kind of thing, and the foundation helps support that.
Right. So
Gotcha.
In the fall, they can apply for teacher grants, and I think it was over $63,000 were given this past fall.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome. Lisa, this is an event that has been going on for quite some time, and it's good to see it back to its, I guess, original with the honoree and all that kind of thing.
Absolutely. And I will say, like when we're talking about what's going back into the classrooms, that's not classroom supplies. Those are really out-of-the-box thinking by our teachers that are bringing in initiatives like STEM initiatives, music, art, things that really aren't covered in that initial taxpayer dollar that we give out.
Yeah.
So they really, the foundation really wants to supplement that and make sure that our teachers have the best of the best. And if they have an idea and they want to try it, then that's what we're going to do. And it's amazing.
It also helps some of our schools that maybe have a little lower income in terms of PTA and all that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, so that comes with our parity dollars. Our grants are anonymous, so we do not know who gets the grants whenever we're reading them, when the foundation votes on them. Actually, the foundation board members usually wait until we come back and say, and here's how the grants were distributed this year. So that's really nice because we are not making any choices based on where the school is. We're making choices based on what that teacher is asking for, and just the grant writing itself. And it's very easy. It's a very easy grant to submit to us. Parity grants do go out to our title schools, and that is to help those who may, work just as hard at a fundraiser but not have the same level of income. So that helps the principals to have a little bit more discretionary dollars.
And I mean, it's just a great thing that we have in terms of the City Schools Foundation doing that work. And this obviously is one of the big fundraisers for that to help get those dollars.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Anything else about excellence in education?
No.
We covered all?
It was a great weekend.
It is now done. It is over. It was fun.
Yeah. had to
Maybe
unpack our
not.
cars.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
All those kind of little catch-up things. So, yeah, it was great. So we appreciate it.
Well, Tori and I wrote down a few things to make sure that we talk about art show and kindergarten registration. There may be more things as
Big
well.
things.
He said you were right on the trail of getting here. So we were.
I was running, yeah. So art show is going on now at City Hall in the Rotunda. Oh, the art is amazing.
It is so good. It's so pretty. And the walls, when you walk in, I think it kind of catches you off guard because you're not used to seeing just almost floor to ceiling almost and just student artwork.
And looking at our kindergartens to our 6th grade, I first of all, I'm always impressed with our teachers, but those art teachers can really, really bring it out. And so it's really take 15 minutes and enjoy the time in the Rotunda just to look over the artwork. You'll be amazed. So, and it is open anytime. We will have our art show for our parents a little bit later, but anytime the community wants to walk in and just really admire that, we
And
we
it'll
like
be
that
up
feedback.
until the middle of May.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was what I was going to ask.
So for about 4 to 5 weeks, anyone can go in and view it and let us know your favorites.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
definitely.
So that's at the City Hall Rotunda. Just go to the City Hall, and you can't miss the Rotunda. You have to go
You
through
can't.
there when you walk in the door. So, well, that's awesome. Kindergarten registration. It's hard for me to believe, but we're talking about that, already?
Yeah, it goes on through the 28th of April. And there's lots of information on our websites and on our school-specific websites. So some schools are doing it a little bit different than others. We'll have, kindergarten day. That was actually Friday, right?
It was.
Yeah,
the
so sorry.
Assistance Day.
Had to think about that. So that was last Friday. But we want children to register, and parents ask us that all the time, like, why do we want to go ahead and register now? And it's so we can provide for them and plan for them. So it allows us to know how many teachers to hire and to be ready for beginning of next year. It allows us to make sure we have the right supplies for them, the right books. Just everything about planning is based on these numbers of these registrations. You don't have to have everything in place. Just go ahead and get registered. So like some parents are saying, well, I don't have my last set of shots. That's okay. That's okay. We just need to know you're coming. So do that for us, and it'll help us to prepare and be ready that first day of school for our kindergarten students.
That really kind of gives you a good gauge to know how many kids are going to be at Irma Siegel or
Right.
wherever,
Right. Right.
And that's the big reason to pre-register.
Right.
So you have a classroom. And
So you have a classroom
No.
and a teacher and all the supplies ready for them, and we can start the summer off with that. Also, if they go ahead and pre-register for kindergarten, so registered this month, the students are eligible to, first of all, attend ESP this summer, which is a huge thing a lot of people don't know about. So if your child is registered for kindergarten, they can actually begin ESP, and they can attend kinder camp. And I can't say enough about the kinder camp program that ESP offers. It's 1 week, and even if you don't attend ESP throughout the summer, you can still attend kinder camp. It just gets those children in those big buildings, learning how to walk those big hallways, and just being prepared for that first big day at school. And this is just with them, so it's just a little, you know, it's just like a little touch of here we go. Here we go.
You
It
know-
also allows parents to go ahead and get their crying everywhere.
Sure, yeah. There are still tears day of and week of and month of, but that's. I think we forget. You may walk through the hallways of a school and it may not look that big, but just take yourself down several feet and a kid just walking through those hallways, that can be a little overwhelming, I would think. So this helps with that too.
Absolutely. If you've been in a smaller daycare or a smaller preschool and all of a sudden you're walking the halls of Overall Creek, it's a big building.
Yeah.
If you're walking the halls of Bradley, it's still a big building because you have your second floor, your first floor, the library is large. It just gets them over that anxiety, and it's all about them that week. I mean, it's just all about them. It's just the sweetest week ever.
And showing them how to open a milk carton.
Yes.
Very important.
And we also, by pre-registering, you actually get on our mailing list. And so throughout the summer, Tori sends out emails to the parents with instruction of, okay, this is what you could do to help your child get ready. It's
Tips
it's
for
Tips
kindergarten.
for kindergarten. It's not from Tori's, it's not Tori's tips. It's our instruction
I
tips.
made my own tips.
But we do send that out and just keep them informed on, hey, here's some things you could do, like hey, you might not have thought about it, but you can go to our school playgrounds and play on the weekends just so they get used to knowing this is their school and like the milk carton and all that kind of stuff. So there's lots of stuff that you get by pre-registering. It also gives us opportunity to be ready. So.
And not to be lost in the fact, you really need to know whether if you've got an extra 20 kids at Siegel, then you need a teacher and a classroom space for them. So that kind of just lets you know where that growth might be. And of course, it's a moving target, I guess, kindergarten, because you haven't had those kids in the classroom so far. So you kind of have a good idea of first grade and second grade, but just not kindergarten until you get registered.
Yes, and there's just some things that parents may need to know as well. And sometimes we do get those few parents who think they're going to one school, and when they go to register, they found out they're not in their zone school. Just because their traffic direction, maybe they drive by one school every day and they assume that's their school, whenever it may be somewhere else. So it is what works through everything. No, I can't even think of any reason not to register for kindergarten. I just can't think of it. So
just think you just let us know. Let us know you're coming, and like
we'll
Lisa mentioned, you don't have to have all your documents. That's okay. You can submit those right before school starts.
We're okay with that. And I would think Rutherford County would be saying the same. Just let us know. We're growing. It's a growing county. It's a growing city. We need to know you're coming.
And all of that information is on cityschools.net?
It is on cityschools.net, and it's on all the school websites as well. So if your school is Case and Lane and you're sitting right there looking at Case and Lane, then go to their website and they'll have it as well.
And I'm sure you can find out if you don't know what school your child would be zoned for. That's all online too.
That's online as well.
It's on the website, and you can always call our central office and we'll let you know where your zone school is.
Yep. Absolutely.
Good stuff. Well, I got about a minute or so. Anything else we need to touch on here?
I just want to talk about real quick all of our kids and what they're doing. We just had our students from Hobgood and Overall Creek do an amazing STEM program with MTSU that got so much recognition. We have our Science Olympiad that's coming up the end of April. That'll be held at John Pittard, but it's part of MTSU, and there'll be schools coming from all across the Middle Tennessee area to compete. And I just think it's so important that your listeners understand that we are just amazing opportunities for our students to excel. That's what's happening, and our teachers are doing a great job. Now we are. Did you say we're in TCAP?
We are not.
It's TCAP week. So for the next week, this week and next week is TCAP week. So it'll kind of everything will slow down a little bit, just calm and quiet and peaceful. And then once again, you have your Science Olympiad, you have your art. We had our music festival. So it's just nice to know that our students are back out of that classroom and they're doing all these extraordinary events as well.
So get lots of sleep this week and breakfast every day, and be ready this week and next for TCAPs too.
Yes.
It's all very important
Get to
stuff.
bed early.
Bed,
Right after those
rest.
baseball games.
Yeah.
It's that time of the year. I appreciate both of you coming in today.
Thank you.
Lisa Trail and Tori Carr joining us here on Rutherford Issues. And if you missed any part of it now, be sure to check our website, WGNSradio.com, under podcast and Rutherford Issues, or wherever you listen to audio. You'll find it there, and subscribe.
Hello, this is Lenny